Right, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I did a report yesterday, I'll leave it linked above, on Tron 3 being, I guess, semi-officially confirmed. It's not been greenlit, like, per se, it's in pre-production. Although, however, this new information seems to confirm it's a little bit way ahead of what we had previously learnt from Deadline. They were the ones who broke the story, it was their exclusive, that yes, we had Garth. Is it Garth Davies? Garth Davies on board as director, Jared Leto as producer, as well as lead. Now, however, today we seemingly learned the name of the movie. Tron Ares was leaked by none other than Jared Leto himself. Idiot. In a deleted tweet. Now, I say idiot, and a lot of people will be going, oh, it's a PR stunt. And I actually agree. Like, there's definitely the potential that it's a PR stunt. Disney, especially, have now had a history of doing this with Marvel movies. If you remember, like, there was the kind of Spider-Man stuff, and I know a lot of that was, you know, Sony, but there's undoubtedly a certain element that would have come from Disney and Marvel as well. So basically, Jared Leto has seemingly revealed the title of the new Tron movie in a deleted tweet. Now, the title itself and also what he had tweeted, to me, definitely goes some way to confirm the video I made yesterday, which was a somewhat negative video, I guess, because the way it was worded by Deadline and the way this now seems to confirm is that they're definitely doing a form of a reboot. They are not continuing the story thread that they had actually set up in Tron Legacy, which it just seems a waste. There was a good story there. There was some legs to go down, but they're not pushing it. They're not pursuing it forward. So it's a massive shame. Now, here's what he had tweeted. I am so very excited and proud to confirm that yes, I will be starring in Tron Ares. We will work as hard as we possibly can to create something that I hope you all will love. We have some very special ideas in store for you all. See you in the grid. Now, excuse me. A few parts. Tron Ares, fine, whatever. I don't think there's much that can really go towards in terms of, you know, the mythological, you know, Greek myth of Ares and things like that. I don't think that there's any real massive tie in there. I think Ares, in my head, when I'm looking at this, I think it's like another computer program. I think it sounds something that, you know, a made by committee would say is a computer program. Oh, the Ares program. That's what it sounds like to me. I reckon Jared Leto will probably play some form of programmer that gets sucked into the grid, and then we're back inside the grid, and we're not in the real world pursuing the story thread that we had done. Now, there is the potential that Jared Leto will be playing the son of Olivia Wilde's character, as well as Sam Flynn. I think his name was Sam, wasn't it, in the movie? There is that potential, and if so, then I guess they're sort of pursuing the storyline in some way. But I did a live stream last night. If you don't know, I live stream on Monday evenings about 9 PM GMT. You probably don't know even if you're subscribed, because YouTube doesn't send notifications. But I was asked in my live stream last night what I would do, and I said, well, because someone asked whether they would want NCOM as some sort of, you know, shadowy figure that's chasing after Olivia Wilde's ISO character, and I said no, I think that's too generic, I think that's too bland, a bit boring, just a bit lame, really. Well, how I would do it is I would have Flynn come back, you know, maybe when he shut down the portal and pulled Clue inside him, and, you know, he was obliterated, but maybe somehow he reconstituted himself and Clue was a part of him. Maybe he turns up in the real world and he plays like a double agent type of character, an unwitting double agent type of character. Because if Clue, his programming was sucked back into him, there is a way, I would say anyway, like a form of a potential way you could have like a double-edged character there one sinister, one good. I think there's a good duality you could do there. And I mean, you know, Jeff Bridges is an ageless man, isn't he? He doesn't age. He's like Keanu Reeves. So there you go. Jared Leto basically then tweeted out the following, just to sort of round it out, because he did delete it, but then he retweeted it. He said, "I'm stuck with such gratitude for the opportunity to bring this movie to life, especially as both the original video game and the film affected me so deeply as a young child. The fact that I get to be a part of this new chapter is mind-blowing. I'm so very excited to and proud to confirm that yes, I will be starring in Tron. So Tron Ares disappeared. And we'll work as hard as we possibly can to create something that I hope you all will love, blah, blah, blah. See you in the grid." Now, like I said, it's the grid part that concerns me and makes me think, yeah, they're definitely rebooting it. And the thing is, a reboot with Tron can work, but you don't need to reboot the whole storyline, right? You literally just go, well, the grid's rebooted itself. I mean, it's a computer program, isn't it? So there's definitely a way you can do it. But I don't think Jared Leto is the guy. I also think that it's a shame. You know, he is saying quite categorically here that he has story say. He is a producer. So he definitely has story say when he's saying we will work as, you know, as hard as we possibly can. Yep, you are. You know, you do have story say as producer. So it's a big shame. I don't like this news. I think it's pretty lame. And there you go. There's the news, I guess, for that. Now, the second bit of news I've got for you today is The Flash. This is like a long gestating movie. Ezra Miller, basically. Grant Morrison has come in and said that his and Ezra Miller's script was more like Back to the Future. Okay. I thought we wanted a Flashpoint movie. What are you doing? I don't like this news. I don't think it's very good. But basically, the Scottish writer told Collider that he was happy with the script and believes it could have been really great. After a few drafts, he also compared the time displacement adventure to Back to the Future. So obviously he's not on it now, Christina Hodson is, but Christina Hodson was the terrible writer that did Birds of Poop, Birds of Prey. That was quite immature, wasn't it? Won't do that again. But basically, Christina Hodson's terrible. She's awful. And he said, no, it wasn't darker, really. I mean, elements of darkness were there, and the material that they wanted us to use was the Flashpoint stuff. So Ezra and I were actually trying to do something that was a bit more, like I say, it's kind of like just a great science fiction story. And if you don't know the comics, it would have made sense. But I have to say, I mean, I don't want to talk about that because somebody else has done their own work on it, and I'm sure it will be great. And maybe, as I say, this will leak out one day and people can judge. So there you go. Ezra Miller's movie, the original one, you know, which he jumped on to pen as well, and helped. Sounds awful. Sounds like, you know, like I said, Back to the Future. No, I don't like the sound of that. Especially, the problem is, with a different actor, it could have been good. But Ezra Miller's just the biggest fucking douche could you've ever seen in your life. Such a twat waffle. No one wants to see him acting, you know, Marty McFly-esque. Like, no one wants that. He's not likable. Marty McFly was likable, right? Ezra Miller is not a likable. He's not a likable guy, and he doesn't play a likable character. His Flash is bad. So this would have been terrible. I'm very, very pleased that we're not getting that. But it also goes to show the sort of ideas that they were pursuing, which to me don't sound very good. They're like, right, Flashpoint as the bare bones, and then we'll just work backwards from there. And if one of them was Back to the Future-esque, what are we going to get? It sounds awful. So there you go. There is a brief bit of movie news today. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here, then please do hit subscribe. Please do give this video a like and a share. But as always, guys, I have been Mr. H. Take care and have a great day.